What's up, everybody? KnewNeverYou here. So this is gonna be a little different video. Instead of actually opening up the case, because it just kind of gets tiring and it's a lot of work for the video, and it's not really moving like I needed to. I'm gonna go over the stuff that I pulled from my case and what I would be picking up if I were you. But first off, I did get a Starlight out of the first pack of the case that I opened. I did get dark. Let's go ahead and start with the supers. Now, if you're a water player or if you want to play water, aqua, frogs, marincess, anything dealing with water, I would definitely pick up a play set of each Ice J in this set, including the field spell, just because they do a lot. It's a really good engine. It's gonna be a really good deck by itself, so I would definitely pick up some of those. Nordic stuff, I think this deck could be good. I think it needs a few more things to make it good, because unfortunately Nordics are one of those decks that kind of only work within the tangent of themselves. They don't really mix well with other things. So if it's cheap, I would say you can try it. You can definitely use EDO Pro or YGO Pro, whatever, to test it. But I mean, they're like 5 cents. So I think these cards are always going to be good. The Lament cards, the Labyrinth cards. So I would get 3 of these just because there's another one coming out that we don't know what it's going to do. But that'll make 4 of these Lament cards. You got Alice, Malice, Lilith, and I can't remember the name of the last one. But they all do things to either get each other back, get traps back, search traps, and you contribute your opponent's monsters using the field spell, Lair of Darkness. So I think that is going to be really good, especially cards that can't be affected by other monsters, or the cards like Towers, Dragoon, stuff like that. This card works in Dark Magician, and it also works in the Karibo deck. So with the Karibo deck, that 5-star Twilight card it could basically be a link spam deck. So in my opinion, I would pick up these, and I would probably pick up more than just a place of these, because I feel like these are gonna go up in price, especially if they don't get a reprint in next year's Megatens. And even if they do, I mean, it's still the original print, and a lot of people like the original print, even if it's a higher rarity sometime down the road. So you have that. This is a rock card. Let's see, I don't even know what it does. You contribute 1 effect monster, special summon this card from your hand, then special summon 1 token with the same type and attribute as the tribute to monster's original type and attribute. You can only use this effect once per turn. And this is a level 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a level 7. Well, to be honest, you could put this in a Lair of Darkness deck. Tribute an effect monster using the Lair of Darkness to tribute one of their monsters. Special summon this to your side of the field, and then you get a token. And if you play something else and they have something you're trying to deal with, you can go into Unicorn, you can go into BLS, you can go into Phoenix, Cerberus, IP. I mean, you can do a lot. And I mean, I feel like it could be useful. It's just gonna take somebody sitting down and figuring out what to actually do with it. But 2K isn't bad. All right, so we got Dictator of D. I really think this card's gonna be a sleeper card, because while you control a Blue Eyes monster, your opponent cannot target. Let's see, you choose the attack targets for your opponent's attacks. You can send 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can discard 1 Blue Eyes or 1 card that mentions it Then target one Blue Eyes Monster. This card just does too much. It is basically Flute of Summoning Dragon in the effect form of Lord of D. So not only does it protect, to a certain extent, Blue Eyes, or I guess any monsters, you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard, special summon this, send the Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, so you have field present or graveyard presence if you want to run True Light. Yeah, this card, excuse me, I would definitely pick up extras of these if they're cheap. You can get them cheap, because at some point they're always gonna go back to Dark Magician support, Blue Eye support, Red Eye support, Harpy support. All those dual monster error cards, they're always gonna get support. So anytime anything comes out that mentions those, even if you don't want to play them, just pick up a play set or 6 or 7 copies, trade bait, because they generally don't reprint those fast as everything else. But that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna go too much over these cards. It's a world premiere archetype, so I would just pick up a playset of that anyway. So you got the Magic Girl, which is spellcaster. You got Agent, which is a warrior. More Nordic support. It's kind of dry in the house. Should have grabbed some water. This kind of goes in the same vein as the Beast Warrior card. S-Force card. It's just hit or miss, because S-Force hasn't done anything, but decks like that are always the ones that come out of nowhere and everybody wants to pick up copies of. So you can pass on it if you want. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but it is a level 1, so you can go into Anima for a tech choice if you're running 1-for-1. Just, just an idea. And I'm leaving the cards here for a second, so if you want to pause and read the effect of what it actually does. Dinomorphia, definitely buy this. I think this is going to be a sleeper deck. Even though it's one of those kamikaze type decks, it is dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are generally a fan favorite. And don't forget, we have more fossil support coming out, and we could possibly mix those with these. And you could also play this with counter fairies. You don't have to play counter fairies per se, but you could play, I think it's called Guiding Ariande. So those effects where you have to pay half or whatever for your traps, you don't have to. So I would definitely pick that up. More Libromancer stuff. I got a bunch of this. Now this card, White Relic of Dogmatica. You can ritual summon this card with Dogmatica. If this card is ritual summon, you can target 2 monsters on the field. Make one of those monsters gain attack equal to the other monster's attack. Level 8 or higher Dogmatica monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. If a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, send 1 monster from it to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. I feel like there's going to be a point in time where this is really, really, really relevant. So I would just grab 3 for the moment, because Dogmatica is pretty OP. What does this do? You can banish 1 card from your hand and target 1 banished dark monster. Special summon that monster face up or face down position. During the end phase, inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each set card on the field. So I think this will be good in decks like Grand Maju, if you're synchro summoning in Grand Maju or you're in a grind game. I know Grand Maju is technically a OTK type deck. Fabled, anything that banishes dark monsters, I think this will be pretty good in. And then this effect could win you a game in time. So with all the DDD hype, I would definitely pick up the Griffins. Because generally, anytime something goes into the meta call or it's getting hype, it may not last long, but generally people come back to those decks. So These aren't expensive now, but look at the common from the structure deck. It's like $16. So just be ahead of the curve and don't fall behind on stuff like that. Definitely pick up darks. Definitely pick up darks. It's a charmer. It brings back DPE, Dragoon, most what's the card? Boral Sword. So definitely pick up some darks. This, if you're playing zombies slash vampires, I think this card is definitely well needed. You definitely need, even if you don't run 3, my philosophy is always get 3, because you never know what Konami's gonna do. They might, just release a card where if you have X amount of cards with the same name in your extra deck, draw 2 cards. Just something crazy. So I always have 3 copies of everything. But this card brings back monsters. And there's a secret rare zombie Xyz that can use your opponent's monsters as Xyz material. So just the synergy between this, that, and then the other card, I would definitely pick up a couple copies of this. As you can see, I got quite a few from this case in 2 boxes. So, oh snap, hold up. I forgot there's more. We got more Nordic stuff. Vision with Eyes of Blue goes back to what I said earlier about the Blue Eyes stuff. I would probably pass on this because anybody that's running an Xyz deck is probably running ABC, and this is kind of too slow. But if you want to have it, definitely get it because it's like 10 cents. I believe this is DDD stuff, so yeah, definitely grab that, in my opinion. And this is that field spell for the Ice Jades. I just think this deck is going to be really good. I just think these cards are going to do a lot of work, and people aren't ready for it, and people aren't prepared, and I just think it's going to blindside a lot of people. You got another Blue Eyes card, basically Red Eyes Fusion for Blue Eyes, except it's a quick play. So going back to what I said about the Blue Eyes stuff, more Libromancer, more Nordic, and then you got the Dinomorphia stuff. Pay half your life points, counter trap, so counter fairies. So that kind of goes back in line with everything I said earlier in the video. Alright, so we got Ice Jade, and this card can actually attack from defense position using its defense. It's a level 10, and it kind of recycles itself. See, if a face-up card is in the field zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. You're going to special summon once per turn this way. While this card is on the field, monsters your opponent controls can only activate their effects the turn that they were summoned. So it's a next turn skill drain for monsters, basically. If your Ice Jade monster battles an opponent's monster, that monster loses 1,000 attack during damage calculation only. So this is not the one that can attack from defense. My bad, but still, that's still pretty good. As you can see, I got 2 of them. This is the searcher for Dinomorphia. It's very pretty. I think I got 4 of these, yeah. This is the Blue Eyes White Jet Dragon that protects your field. People were saying that it only protects Blue Eyes stuff. No, it protects everything. So even if you aren't playing Blue Eyes, you can still use this for stuff like Lightning Storm, Regeki, Dark Hole, whatever. So I would definitely grab these. Libromancer, just refer to what I said earlier. Definitely pick up at least 1 or 2 of these because it takes 3 monsters with different names. It can pop cards, it can draw cards, it can be unaffected, and we never know what kind of broken fusion deck's gonna come out after Owlbass. So they're like $15 right now. Stuff like, even if it gets reprint, it came out originally as a secret. So I got 4 Illusion of Chaos. These are kind of pricey, so I understand if you don't pick these up, but it's a very good card. It's a very good card. And it's a Dark Magician card, so we got another Sword Soul. Vampire Zombie, 3 of those. Sales Ban, which is a one-time prohibition. And then another Diomorphia card, which basically fusion summons them. This video is kind of longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm kind of just going through. More Ice Jade. Timaeus in dragon form can actually use itself to fuse to make Dragoon or any other Dark Magician excuse me, fusion. Dragon Bite for insects. This card is going to be really good, so I would definitely pick these up because they're only like 20 cents. It's a Chaos card. It has Chaos in its name. We all know how Chaos works in this game, so just do yourself a favor. Pick up 3 while they're 20 cents. Vampire Ghost for more vampire support. Dinomorphia Fusion. I got a bunch of these. The Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Master of Chaos. Libromancer. DDD. Ursartic. Libromancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these Fluanderese cards. I feel like this is going to go up, so I don't really want to sell them now, but at the same time, I don't want to get screwed where it doesn't go up and then it goes down and then I'm just stuck with a card I could have got $15, $16 off of. But deck is really good. I think this card is going to be good in the future. Solar and Luna, basically what it does is you target 2 monsters, one on your side, one on your opponent's side. If it's face up, flip it face down. If it's face down, flip it face up. I can't tell you why I think that's going to be good at the moment, but I just have a sneaky, suspicious feeling that it's going to be good. But anyway, this was my case and 2 boxes. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of my little breakdown. I'm doing more stuff on the channel, just trying to diversify and trying to see what works. Thank you for all the support. I hope you all have a great day. This is KnewNeverYou, and if you didn't know, now you do.